This is going to be a quick and easy video. Luckily, guys still like very simple, very earth tone things. They like a little accent, you know, to show that they're not completely boring, but they don't like flashy, crazy, loopy. And, you know, that's in general, most, you know, every single person's different. So don't take this as a rule for everyone. But take something simple and earth tone. Like you could take a piece of wood, literally, as long as it's strong enough not to fall apart. Like a hard piece of wood, a little arrowhead. In this case, this is a tip of a deer antler. And for those people who haven't seen all my other videos on deer antlers, deers shed their antlers, so you don't have to be afraid that Bambi's mom was shot to get this little piece here. But this is a nice little piece. It's just maybe slightly more than an inch. And you can drill a hole in these with a regular drill, regular wood drill. You can sand the edges with a regular, you know, sandpaper, and you can cut deer antlers. They cut like hardwood with regular wood saw. So anyway, I'm going to show you, this is just crazy easy. Just going to take, you could take 18 or 20. I'm just going to take probably, oh, I like the 18 better. It's a little heavier, but either way would work. And I'm just going to take like a foot. I'm going to put it through the hole here and bring the piece to the middle of the wire, as I almost always do. You can find the middle by putting the two ends together and then kind of, you know, pulling, but it doesn't have to be exactly. And I'm going to crimp this across the middle really tight, get it right to as close as I can to the very top, and then give it a hard twist twice. 2 twists. You can do a few more, but 2 will get the job done. And then which side do I want to face out? I think I like this side. It really doesn't matter. But now I'm going to turn this on a hard right angle. You know, I'm going to do one more twist because I feel like I wasn't locked in tight enough. And, you know, I usually do this later, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm actually going to twist this and twist this in the same direction to get it really locked in tight on the top. Because now I'm going to turn it on a right angle. Doesn't matter which way you go. Put the 2 strands together like that, and I'm going to make a loop around my finger. It doesn't have to be a big loop, and you can use a pen or something if you don't trust your fingers. But look, that loop, it just came out almost perfect, and I just used my fingers, so it's easy. You can do it. I'm going to roll it. I want it a little smaller, a little tighter. I'm going to roll it in, and maybe not quite that much. And I'm going to give it, I'll pull it out actually, give it one hard turn. And see, your loop might get a little wonky. Take your pliers and just kind of fix it. Bam, right? There you go. So now I'm just going to take these and wrap them around diagonal like this. 1, 2. That's it. And I'm going to take this one and wrap it the opposite way. 1, 2. And now I'm just going to come right straight back up to the top like this and wrap it around my top loop. And then I'm going to keep going up and up and until I'm about to run out. And, you know, maybe cut more than a foot because I was cutting it really close, but it's exactly the amount I needed. So if your piece is slightly bigger, a foot might fall short of what you need. But I'm cutting that, so I just have the tiniest little nub left to tuck it into the little bowl made by my wrapping. And I'm tucking it in and then turning and pushing it down. And that's it. Now I just do the same with this one and go straight up like that. And you can go straight up or you can go across. There's really no right or wrong in this. You just want to make a nice little crisscross pattern because guys are super simple. And they'll be like, that's cool. And again, I had just enough wire. So I'm going to pull that, grab that. And again, I would start with 20 gauge. Unless you've been doing this for a while, 18 gauge is kind of a little rougher and on your fingers and stuff and bending it and getting it as tight as you want. But that's it. I'm done. That's it. Now, this one came straight up, so it's actually not even wobbly at all, but I'm going to tuck it in a little tighter with some crimps. You know, not tuck it, but like make it tighter against the piece. Same with this one. Crimps always go straight, perpendicular, squeeze tight, and then turn. You don't want to, if you don't squeeze tight enough, you could slip and scratch the wire. I also use the side of my pliers sometimes to just press certain parts down that I feel like are sticking up more than I want. And all right, assuming that's the front, that's it. Simple. It's not perfect. It's rustic. It's And I'm still adjusting these because I want the X's to come out better. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to let it go. It's not perfect. It's fine. Now you can take this and turn it a quarter turn and just put a cord through it. Or you can put some jump rings first. Put a cord through it, depending on what side you want to face out most often. But when the person wears it, you got to understand it's going to be bouncing around, spinning. So make sure you're totally okay with every part of it, showing the way it shows. And that's it. In this case, I want to keep it very simple, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn it quarter turn like that. And maybe I'll open up these loops a little bit. And that's it. I'm just going to put my cord through it. You can get like 50 or 100 of these 2mm black cords on Amazon for like $10. It's very low price. They come with a clasp and everything. You can get them in black or other colors. Now, the connectors on the end are going to be silver. I haven't been able to find them any other color. If you want the connectors to match the same metal you used, then you got to get little crimps. And we'll do that. Why not? Show you that too. Get yourself a 2mm round waxed spool of leather. It could be black or brown or whatever color. It doesn't have to be a big spool, but whatever. And we're going to take, I would say the average guy likes a rustic necklace like this to be about 24 inches. So we'll do that. If you can find these little spring closures, I forget what they're called. They might be called spring closures, but the end is always like this. I take the end, I pull it out, and then I roll this part in like that, because that makes it tighter, and it also stops the leather from going all the way through. So then I get super glue gel, the green cap. You can get 2 of these at any dollar store. That's probably the cheapest way to do it. And I take just the tiniest bit and put it right in the hole there. Just need a tiny bit. That just gives you a little extra. Put the cap right back on, or that stuff will start getting all messed up and keep coming out. And then I'm going to put that in till it stops. And then carefully you pinch the very last little piece of wire at the end of the coil. You pinch it down in against the cord, and then you kind of rotate and pinch it again, and rotate and pinch it again, and then you kind of, you can be, basically it's held at that point, but like I just give it a really good squeeze, make sure it's in there, and that'll probably never come out if you do it just like that. And then put one on each end, get a jump ring and a lobster clasp, and you're good to go.